Hi, my name is Tracy Gatlin, and I am presenting to you my project for 4430 Integrated Practice Project. And this is the Journal of Meeting Objectives module by module. My project was on the education on the three types of skin cancers, the most common types of skin cancers. And I created a virtual teaching video using a PowerPoint and YouTube to educate. The goal was to educate first-year nursing students on the three most common types and how to identify the risk factors, prevent, and recognize skin cancers. But as you know, due to the coronavirus restrictions, I shared my virtual teaching PowerPoint with you guys, my classmates, for you to review in the course group site. And so this would allow for me to better prepare for teaching the nursing students in the future. The modules below create a timeline and give examples of how I met my goals. The outcomes were measured by administering a post-test to 3 to 6 classmates to evaluate the effectiveness of my teaching project. In Module 1, I located 3 evidence-based resources published within the last 5 years that supported my teaching project. These sources provided supportive data on identifying types of skin cancers, risk factors, tips, and strategies for identifying and preventing skin cancers. And I presented these resources to my instructor for approval. Skin cancers can affect all ages and races. Therefore, I felt that it was useful information for all nursing students as well as my classmates and the general public for educating people on skin cancers. In Module 2, I continue to research and organize supportive data related to evidence-based guidelines for identifying skin cancer and routine screenings. I began to create slides to educate the students. These slides provided bullet points on types of skin cancers, precursors to skin cancers, risk factors, and prevention techniques. I also used pictures in my PowerPoint presentation. I also included the guidelines for skin cancer screenings and the importance of early detection. In Module 3, I began creating the PowerPoint presentation and developed a 5-question multiple choice true-false post-test to use with my PowerPoint presentation to evaluate the success of my teaching project. In Module 4, I researched how to add voice script to my slides so I could educate my classmates on skin cancer by reviewing each slide. I also added the 5 questions at the end of the PowerPoint presentation for my classmates to answer in order for me to measure the effectiveness of my teaching project. This method will be used to disseminate the evidence-based information to my classmates and instructor within the safety of the group site. In Module 5, I made any necessary changes to the PowerPoint presentation and added the script voice to go with my slides for my classmates to view. I submitted a 5 to 8 voiceover PowerPoint to the Dropbox IPP group site so classmates could review and respond to the 5 post questions included in the presentation. 7 of my classmates and my instructor responded to the following questions. Question 1. Basal cell carcinoma and squamous cell carcinoma affects more than blank million Americans a year. The answer was C, more than 3 million Americans a year. All 7 of my classmates and my instructor answered C, which was correct, so 100% answered correctly. Question 2. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. The answer was A, true, and everyone answered 100% on that question as well. On question 3, all classmates and instructor answered B, and the question was, researchers predict that in the year 2020, approximately blank people are expected to die from melanoma. And the answer was, as I said, B, and it was 6,850. Everyone answered correct. On question 4, when performing a self-exam, you should use the following method to identify melanoma. Everyone answered B, which was 100% correct, and the answer was the ABCDE method. On question 5, A common risk factor for developing skin cancer is, and all my classmates and my instructor answered D, which was all of the above. So 100% answered correct, and that was UV exposure, fair complexion, family history. As you can see, the post-test average was 100%, which is what I expected from a group of clinicians. I do feel like the results would have been a little different had I asked non-clinicians. I feel like my presentation was very informative and an educational piece that is easy for everyone to understand. If I were educating seasoned nurses or other clinicians, I would possibly focus more on treatments for skin cancers and more pictures on how to identify different stages. In Module 6, I created a video of myself describing step-by-step objectives, as I'm doing now, on how I met the overall goal, what my project content covered, analysis of measured outcomes, and how people can benefit from my project. I posted the self-video and completed project in the designated Dropbox. The completed journal is the text of the video explaining IPP content, questions, project outcomes, and references. And I've also listed my references below. I hope you enjoyed my project. Thank you.